Hello and welcome to Comics and Cleats, or name pending, depending on what we change it to here soon. I'm gonna bring on two co-hosts and a new guest. So bringing on Chris,
Howdy.
Johnny, and I lied. We have a third host, Commissioner Jordan,
There's that guy.
and then the newest member of Comics and Cleats and second half of Noggin Comics, Nora.
I
So,
look how I'm the new guest. I'll take it.
this is what 9 weeks since the first time you've been on.
I know.
So,
Just making
So-
my appearance.
let's start off. How's everyone feeling about this week?
Probably gonna lose.
Feeling good. I got a dub.
I'm talking about not this coming week. I'm talking about the last week that happened.
Oh, I lost.
Yeah, I got a dub.
But
I beat Jordan. It was a close one. Because what was weird about it was that I needed like 4 points from Laporta, and I'm sitting there at the end of the first half, and I need like 4.5 points, and Porta's got like 4.2 points, but I'm looking at his average target ratio, and he's already reached his average targets. So I'm like, just get one more catch. Like, just doesn't even have. I don't even need it to get yards. I just a catch for like 0 yard gain, and I'm like, come on. And then he has like a huge gain and gets like 20 points. And it was fun, but I was just sitting there, I was sweating. I was like, come on, because like at that point it was Jordan was winning by like I think a half a point at halftime, and I'm like, oh, it was crazy. I was nervous like the whole game until that second half.
yeah, and Jordan, you fell to 3-5 now. Just that.
Yeah, 3-5, and I am, let's see, about
You
18
suck.
points behind the league leader in points scored, second place points scored. But the story Johnny tells is kind of the story of my season so far.
But you get so close and then just done. So,
Yep, hand grenades and horseshoes. I might have to change my team name.
I just shared it on the exchange.
Best team on paper here.
Best team on paper, and you still lose by what? 40 points?
However many I need to lose.
If you change your team name to best team on paper, I will change mine to hand grenades and horseshoes.
I'm gonna try to figure that out.
I shared it on my personal page, not on the exchange.
What you get. All right, let's figure that out. Let's change this.
Now, usually more organized here, but we're just trying to get this onto the group page.
Espen. Espen.com. Fantasy.
So yeah, don't know if Jericho's coming on tonight. I know he's working, but he got his ass kicked. Let's just say that. 174 to 119. AJ Brown went off for Zappo. George Kittle went off for Zappo. So, which means Chris Zappo's 5-3 in that division. So, talking about divisions though, standings. Last night we all got together and talked about this. How do you feel? You just changed your name to best team on paper, Chris. I see
You
that
you gotta show it. Can you pull it up?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to share it right now.
Best team on paper. .com. Pat Mahomes playing like a scrub, just scrubs left and right.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna get at.
We're
gonna discuss QBs this episode. This episode's calling quarterback apocalypse, and there's a reasoning why. So
scrub a dub.
All right. Now that's finally got posted. I'm a dumbass. I posted on the wrong page.
Restart.
Okay. So here is after 5 minutes, we got our stuff together finally. Okay, so Chris, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is killing you. So's the
Yeah.
flu. So, this is the standings right now. We've got John Palm who can't make it. Also, he's watching. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, bud.
Happy birthday, John.
DJ.
Wow,
Yay.
that out here. Yeah. So he's 6-2, and he's what, a game ahead of Chris Zappo. 2 games ahead of Jason. 2 games ahead of John. 3 games ahead of
Me and Maurice.
Yeah.
Man, I should have another win because like 2 weeks, not this last week, but the week before, I get like DK Metcalf didn't play, and I didn't get the alert that he wasn't even like supposed to be. He was like not even supposed to be a game day decision. He was scheduled to play, and then out of nowhere, he just doesn't play. And I'm in the middle of church when like that went down, and so I didn't see that until after like the game started. I was so mad.
So what you're saying
I
is the other
think I
team
lost,
scored
like,
more
5
points?
or something stupid. I was so mad.
That's why you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's why Johnny's in the bathroom.
I
11:55
just
every
sit
Sunday.
there the whole
You gotta do that Hail
service
Mary.
in the bathroom, waiting just to make sure. No,
So yeah, Chris, you still have a chance though. You got 25%. This is the halfway mark of the season, so you can a little over halfway mark. But
We'll see.
if you lose this week, are you gonna sell your team? You gonna start selling players? Or are you just gonna play spoiler? 'Cause I feel like you if you
Probably. I mean, I take gift cards.
So,
Um,
is that like to what issues or
minor keys. Jack Kirby covers.
None of this is true. I'll make sure of it.
well, Jordan, you're in a similar position where if you
Clue.
lose another game, do you sell or do you play spoiler?
I mean, I'm gonna try and win every week. Doesn't really matter where I'm at in the standings.
He's gonna knock someone out of the playoff one now. So
That's
He's
how
gonna
it
come
goes
back at
down.
the end. He's gonna like pin roll everyone.
well, yeah, he's
Oh, I like
out of,
it.
out of the 3 and 5 teams, he's got the best percentage of coming back. So, and that's because of Jericho and Dustin at 4 and 4. Jordan, you can sneak right in. So,
Well-
I'm about to beat Jericho's butt here this coming week. So
All of this is starting next week because I have 4 guys on bye this week.
ooh, terrible week for that man.
you gotta make a lot of moves.
I'll
So,
trade you.
Oh, we just killed Chris.
yeah, Chris got beat by 40 points by us.
Look how many points
Patty,
all my good guys got.
Oh, we got
It was rough.
lipstick.
you
Which
got
good
20
2
guys?
points from Devonta Adams, man.
Oh,
Hopefully
how
he has bounce back. They just fired everybody over there, so we'll see what happens.
Look how many good players my points show I have. None.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kamara.
Dude, when Miles Sanders got 0 points for us, I thought you were gonna beat us too. I'm like, there's no way you can get 0 points from a player and still win.
Yeah.
So
But you
Johnny's done it.
can if your main players score less than like the
Point.
best tight end last week.
yeah. And didn't
Yeah.
I have the best tight end last week?
I don't know.
Oh, I did. I think Laporta had like 20
You're-
points.
Your tight
I
end's
thought-
probably not going to be very good for a while, though.
I thought that was a question for Nora.
Yeah, Travis Kelce has the best tight end.
No, he's not the
Oh.
best. He has the best tight end. Is that what you just
Mhm.
said?
Yes.
He's got the best. So who's got the best tight end in football?
I do. I have the top 2. I think both Andrews and Laporta are beating Kelsey this year in fantasy points.
I think Hawkinson is number 2 in the league, and Laporta's number 1.
Oh snap!
But what was Laporta at?
Laporta is number 3,
Okay, and then what's Andrews at?
4.
All right, so I got 3 and 4. Whatever. I got top 2 of the top 5.
I mean, I
So, yeah.
assume Kelsey's
Chelsea's
number
gotta be
1.
number 1 then.
Yeah, that's why I
Man, it's
said.
so weird then. Yeah, it's weird because like he's having like a lot of weird games where he seems like he's not doing shit.
Because Taylor Swift is not there.
Well, I mean, okay, so let's get off tight ends.
Maybe.
Last week we were talking about offensive lines. This week, now we're talking tight ends. We will have an episode on tight ends, but probably not the position.
Nightwing.
So, yeah, it's Colin, who's the best tight end in football of the comics. But let's get to quarterbacks right now, because right now we have replacements coming in because either people are playing bad or you have major injuries.
Hold on. I got to get something to write with. I got to take some notes, considering I don't have a playable quarterback this week at this moment.
Well, yeah, I'm about to throw a lot of players at you that you could potentially play.
I
Nope.
mean, I've got Baker Mayfield and he's averaging like 23 points or something like that. I'm just saying.
Not helping me. Keep going, Kyle.
So, Cousins torn his
Okay.
Achilles. He's out for the year. So you got Jerry Hall and Josh Jacobs taking over the Vikings.
Nope.
Now, as Minnesotans, how do we feel about that?
Sad.
Fire.
You might as well have just not even traded for Dobbs, to be honest. I mean, makes no difference. He's not going to keep your season. Let me say this. It's the classic Minnesota move where we just want to stay right in the middle of the pack. We're not going to actually try to compete to the chip, but we're also not going to try and tank and get a good pick. It's a classic Minnesota move. Go and get Dobbs. Classic.
Jericho,
Minnesota.
how's it going?
How's it going?
What's up, Hollywood?
Not much.
I mean,
man.
maybe you're my dad.
Just want to make sure you knew that was an option. How's
You
everyone
might
doing
be my
today?
dad, Jericho. I think you're old enough. I'm
might
adopted,
be.
so we don't know.
It's okay.
I don't want to think about that comment.
I do.
I
Sorry.
think Jordan might be old enough too. That'd be weird. That'd be wild.
What?
Are you
The word
are
you're
you
looking
any
for
part
is awesome.
are you any part Czechoslovakian, Johnny?
I don't know about me, but my mom's family is Bohemian, which are the original tribe. Like if you go back to like the Slavic tribes and all that, they're the original tribe. From that area. Because like Czechs, they're Slavic, but Bohemian are not, and they're from the same region, but they were there first.
If we were
old-
just
what year were you
generalizing,
born,
could we
Johnny?
say yes?
Sort of. I mean, because like obviously there's gonna be some mixing around there. I guess if you like think about it, like it's impossible to like not.
And that's your random Johnny fact of the day.
Oh, we still got about 40 minutes left of the show, so we probably have a couple more of that coming. So yeah,
Czechoslovakia.
back to the QBs. Kirk out for year. I personally like Josh Dobbs. So
They say he's
Not
going to
gonna
get
help
some
you win any
snaps.
games. He's a good backup that can manage the ball. He's kind of like a less good version of Tyrod Taylor. Like the difference is that Tyrod Taylor can win you some games here and
Well-
there. Like he can make a couple of flashy big plays every once in a while. Dobbs ain't gonna. He's a good backup, and I hope he stays with the Vikings because he's a veteran. He knows he's been around, done a lot of different systems, so he's gonna whatever quarterback they end up wanting to be the
How long
permanent
has Dobbs been
solution.
out? I thought he was still relatively new.
he's 7
29.
years. He's been in the league for 7 years.
Yeah,
29.
he's bounced around a lot.
He's a rocket scientist. Okay, have some faith.
He's smart as hell.
I mean, that's neat, but
Okay, but off Josh Dobbs,
I
Stafford
take
got hurt.
Uncle Rico at this point.
Stafford got hurt.
Stafford got hurt. Brett Reipner
Mhm.
is in now for the Rams. They can't catch a break. The Rams can't.
Yeah,
Last
right.
year. Tannehill got replaced by Will Levis because he was injured.
That's a good move, though.
Kenny Pickett got replaced by Trubisky.
Did you say Lyle Lovitz?
Will
I
Levis.
love it.
Will Levis.
So,
I like
You're
Kyle
going.
Levis.
You're going too fast, Kyle. I
You're like,
can't
I gotta
write
write these
that
down.
fast.
well, okay. Do you want Mitchell Trubisky as a QB?
No.
Will Levis, that's a good potential pickup. That first game out, he really balled. I mean, he had 3 touchdown passes
Four.
or something?
Yeah,
4? Yeah. He's looking, and that team's got a good team around him. So
Hopkins had the 3 touchdowns that game.
yeah.
And then of course, you start the season off with Aaron Rodgers going down and Zach Wilson playing for the Jets.
Yeah,
And
lost
then
him week 1.
Patrick Mahomes hasn't been himself this year. Chris, you're dealing with 5.6 points.
Yeah, dude, he's bad, man.
I mean, the problem with him is the same problem that Jordan Love is having right now. He's got all these receivers that can't catch the ball. Like, he's out there with Butterfinger McGee's and just
That would be a
nobody's.
great name. I need a football jersey. Says that now.
I mean,
Like
can a
that?
quarterback not have a bad game? I mean, come on, give him some break. Give him a break.
He's had 6 bad games this year.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, again, and I'm not saying he's having a bad game. Like, at the end of the day, you got to have guys that can catch the ball, and and they don't.
The people
right
on the
now.
Chiefs
They don't.
can catch the ball. They have all these people.
No,
that
they
can catch the
drop
ball.
passes left and right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like, they're not as bad as
Johnny.
the Packers were last
Yeah.
Sunday. The Packers, I mean, that was the choke of the year. Maybe of the decade. I mean, there was I saw at least a dozen drop passes. It was one of the worst. But he's not getting any help out there in Kansas City besides Travis Kelce.
Well,
I just want to pause real quick. I just want to pause and make sure that everyone who has Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love comparison on their fantasy football bingo card, make sure to mark that off.
Too.
Jordan Love is my backup on another league.
Look, I think Jordan Love might be averaging more points than Patrick Mahomes, maybe. I mean, they're close.
no, so actually, Nora and I were watching this before it came on. Russell Wilson actually has more yards and touchdowns than Mahomes this year.
Yeah.
Not good.
He's a great quarterback. But he's
so
also on a team where they got not good receivers either.
there's 3 more options, Jordan. Still,
Let's
Okay,
hear 'em.
I'm ready.
Tyler
Ready.
Heineke for Atlanta.
Mhm.
He's taking
Tyler
over.
Heineke?
Heineke's taking
Oh yeah,
over.
that's a good.
Heinz ketchup? No, don't get him.
And then Aiden O'Connell in Vegas is taking over for Jimmy G. And then then right now you have a conundrum in Arizona between Kyler Murray, who's coming back from injury, or Clayton Tune.
And
So-
how do you spell that? Is that
Tune.
TOON?
It's
T-
TUNE.
TUNE.
Like a tune.
So,
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you have a QB that's not playing, you're basically screwed right now. If it's not Will Levis. So,
I
Yeah.
mean, Tyler Heineke though could actually. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He could come out there and he could light some stuff up.
so that is what I have for football this week. Was just the quarterback apocalypse. 20 minutes talking football. This week, let's see. What's the matchups this week? So this week, Nora and I are supposed to get destroyed by Jason. So,
And I need you to beat Jason.
yeah. So Jason's favored by 20 points, which went down. So, is there an echo, by the way?
Yeah, Kyle. There's an
No, but do you
echo.
want to display the game matchup?
So,
If someone, I think it might be someone has the other Facebook open on their device, because then there might be an echo if you're on the one of the pages that you posted it to. I don't know.
Maybe my mic's too close. I'll move it away.
Or maybe it's Kyle and I in different rooms. Whatever.
No,
No.
it was Johnny.
there's Johnny.
Oh.
Yeah, so Jason's supposed to beat us by 20 this week.
It's still
Um,
there.
So,
Who do we got here? What's the match? What do we got going on?
this is Jason against us, Nora and I.
I'm glad he put Zach Moss back in the lineup.
Yeah.
Or no, I was thinking of something else.
No, yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
My running backs are shot. So, so now we got Jordan against Maurice.
Oh, I need you to beat Maurice.
Maurice
Oh,
is a
Zach Moss though might be your big sleeper because there's a lot of rumor mills coming out of Indianapolis that they're either trying to move off of Moss or they're going to move off of Jonathan Taylor because they want to get out of the clog there and just stick with one guy. So either way, it could be pretty beneficial to those fans that have Jonathan Taylor or Zach Moss because then they'll get more snaps.
So
I'm hopefully all my studying from today's session pays off because I'm gonna need to find a quarterback that's gonna score me some points this
I
week.
was just gonna say Deshaun Watson. Is he gonna play?
I'll trade you Geno Smith, but who are you gonna give me?
Nobody.
Baker Mayfield, I can beat that.
I don't think the trade would go through quickly enough anyway.
As commissioner, you could push
You
it
have
through.
the power.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, so now we got John against Austin. John Palm.
This is a tight one.
I mean,
5 points.
and okay, well,
Well, 6.
I didn't know that John picked up Will Levitt, so that's one QB you can remove, Jordan.
All right, hold on.
I was gonna say you should pick him, but yeah, John sniped him.
Oh yeah, and I totally forgot that Anthony Richardson went down at the beginning of the year too. So Gardner Minshew's playing for him.
Yep. Although Anthony Richardson, I think, might be able to come back around week 13-ish.
I saw he's playing the IR.
He went on the IR, but they weren't sure, at least when I originally read it, because I had Gardner Minshew as my backup for a while. I even started him one game, and I was reading the report, and it was like, yeah, he's going to be out at least the minimum 4 games for IR. But I can't remember, depending on, like, did they give him a full surgery and he's going to be out or not? Or are they sitting him and seeing how it develops? I can't remember, but initially it was just he was going to be out for just the minimum.
Johnny, what are your thoughts on starting Daniel Jones at the Raiders this week?
Is Daniel Jones playing?
Pull up Daniel Jones? What's his last average? What's his last 3 game performances look like?
He hasn't played in 3 weeks.
All right,
we're
then
hitting the
there we
reset
go.
button.
Yeah. Because Tyrod Taylor got hurt last week for them.
I mean, he's got Daniel Jones is a sit. I don't care if he scores out. I don't care if, like, this week he scores 33 points. You don't go and get him because next week he's going to do like 8.
What do you think the odds are of Daniel Jones outscoring Russell Wilson this week?
Low. Who did Denver play?
Denver is playing. Who's Denver?
Raiders got a good defense. If they can just keep the ball moving a little bit and get a few first downs on offense, that
Denver's on bye.
So then no, it's probably. I mean, that's that's close because Daniel Jones might not score, so there's a chance for a tie. So, like, it's not 100%. That's how sad that is.
Jordan, you just got a bad week.
Yeah, I just figured I'd tee it up for Johnny's opinion on Daniel Jones.
I mean, the guy you can't get paid as much as you get paid in that role and be that bad. I'm sorry.
All right, best team on paper. Are you finally gonna live up to that name?
No.
I don't think Mahomes is gonna put numbers up this week because playing overseas, no player puts numbers up when they play overseas. He's playing at Germany.
It's gonna suck.
So
yeah, 8:30 in the morning.
I got a hot tip for you here, Chris.
What's that?
Start Geno Smith.
Who are the Seahawks playing?
Baltimore.
Believe in Geno Smith
Hmm.
at this point.
We'll see.
Trade Patrick Mahomes. Go get yourself some better players for the rest of your squad.
Well, that's the thing.
And I hope Mahomes throws 5 touchdowns.
Chris team. Your team doesn't have any holes though. You've got the most running backs
Well,
in the team, in the league.
the problem is like Aaron Jones though is like he's so hit and miss. Like some of his players have been, and Devonta Adams. Like I mean, it's rough. I mean, he it's one of those things where it's like you have a good wide receiver, but like who's throwing him the ball? It's kind of like with Jordan having what's his face playing at tight end, but he's got, some randos throwing him the ball.
Yeah.
I forget
bad out
who's that tight end that you got out there in New York.
I don't want to talk about
I
him.
forget his name.
I don't want.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it.
I know he's
All right.
averaging like
The guy I
3
picked with like my
points.
6th round pick. I don't think I want to talk about it.
I mean, the sad thing is like he's just like Devonta Adams this year. Like he should be like a top 4 tight end, and he's just sitting there being wasted. It's sad.
It really is. It's a sad story.
So okay, we got Zappo against Dustin, which this could be a good game. Dustin's always been the surprise team. Feels like. Jericho, you're
He's
back.
got Tua is so good.
Yeah,
this
man.
year.
I got cool customers in the shop, so I can join for a little bit.
All right. Yeah, Zappos.
Hope you stop being cool. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Sorry.
No, hey, remember we were talking about this last night? Like, when we get done doing the showcase of the teams, like grab something in the shop to showcase and see if it sells. Remember?
Oh, is that what I'm?
But not right now.
Not right now.
Oh,
Dang.
We're almost done with football talk.
So,
okay.
I think Dustin's gonna win this game because I don't think Jordan Addison's gonna have a good game with the change of quarterbacks and him being a rookie receiver. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but until it happens, I don't believe in that. I think
dare
that's
you.
a
I
position
think
to
he's
move
gonna
off
have a
of.
good game.
Well,
I mean, I think
and
he's gonna have a good game.
honestly, the 3 of us or 4 of us here won't be watching the game on Sunday to know if that's true or not. So, because we're going to be doing something we're going to talk about later. This is a coin toss. I think this game can go either way. Now, on to this game, which 4-4, both Jericho, Johnny, 4-4.
It's going
Sorry,
down.
Jericho, my team's gonna destroy you.
But on
Many have
paper,
thought the same thing.
on
It's
paper,
gonna
It looks
you
like
look
the
up-
opposite.
yeah, if you look at all the green checks for Jericho.
Yeah, but that's their projected. Look at the average. Well, look, I'm better than them on the average. And the thing is, I've got several players that our averages are only increasing with Kareem Hunt and Justin Herbert. Their averages have been increasing in the last 3 weeks. And so they've been getting better and better. I mean, Kareem Hunt, it's kind of like with Jericho's Josh Jacobs the first 3 weeks. He had a kind of a slow start because, he didn't have a playoff. He didn't have like a preseason. Kareem Hunt's kind of in that same situation. You look at his numbers after the bye and before the bye, it's not even close. Kareem Hunt's gonna probably have a season game this week against this defense.
There it is. Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs comparison. Mark that one off on the bingo card.
Bingo.
But
So,
I
that's a legit matchup to think about.
I'm willing to go. I'm willing to wager I win for lunch. You got a lunch in you, Johnny?
It's on.
Johnny.
All right. I want one of them big sandwiches down in Burnsville you took me to last time.
All right.
Northfield.
Talk
Northfield
about
bogey.
Blue Ox sandwiches.
Blue Ox is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Johnny's gonna be buying me Blue Ox on Tuesday.
All right.
We need to talk to Jason about making a bet now.
Blue Ox.
It's a friendly wager. It's legal in the state of Minnesota.
All right, so next week, now we're gonna go into comics now. So before we share these videos, is there anything in the shop, Jericho, that you want to showcase?
I'm
Let's
trying
see
to
it.
find stuff.
Give us a good view of that actual Silver Surfer. I'm tired of looking at the underside of that thing. That's a cool thing they got there.
$10,000. It's yours.
I wonder if that thing was 50% off and they had the toy sale.
Yeah,
You-
let's see this.
You
full
could be a
page.
proud owner. First appearance of Adam Warlock.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's in pretty
Only.
good condition. Well priced at $350. But for some of you high rollers, Oprah Winfrey monies, we have Fantastic Four 49. And why not? Let's throw up a 48. So come
Wow.
on by, pick up a book or two.
Oh man.
That's all I got for now.
All right, so that's something that we might be doing now on. Jericho's going to have a little Jericho minute talking about what books to get at Hot Comics.
I'll be more prepared.
So I just want to give you a heads up. We have 2 videos we're going to show. They are loud. So
You have to turn it down.
turn it down on the audio. The first video is from our co-host John Palm, who couldn't make it today, and he recently stopped off at Issues Needed.
Turn it down.
So,
Another warning.
turn the audio down. In fact, here, let's do this real quick. Turn your audio down like that. So
Or not. If you want it loud, just go at it.
If you like loud audio.
all right, so this video is of Issues Needed this week on Wednesday from John Palm. So, who all was able to hit up Issues Needed during their sale this week?
I want to thank you again, John Palm, for leaving that signed Kevin Eastman book with a COA buried in the variants and ratios box. I'm sure you saw it and decided it wasn't for you. I was happy to bring it home for $2.
From his response that we saw, he was upset that he didn't find it. He was like, "You wait, what?" So,
Chris, if
It's
you're
true.
talking, we can't hear you.
Someone just commented that Maurice cried when he saw that video.
Oh, Did he?
earlier today.
That's neat. Thank you,
Also,
guys.
thanks for tuning in, Ben. Yeah, so this week was Tuesday and Wednesday for the Halloween sale. They had
What is
25
that, John?
the Death's Head. Yeah.
This is Death's Head 1, and it's a cool book that I got. I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I bought this.
Keeps it in his pocket.
The way
Like
he said
magic,
it,
it
bought
just
this
appeared.
online. I bought this online. It's one of the variant covers from the 2018 run. That was only like 5 or 6 issues.
Ooh, that
And
one's
so I
pretty
just wanted
too.
to show it off.
Sweet.
John, look at this
I have
one.
a signed, ungraded copy that I need to get thrown around into a slab as well.
That book's
Chris's
so
Power
spooky.
Shatters.
Yeah, but mine's neater because it only costs like $10.
That one only costs 33.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so Jordan, you're able to find that comic that you can cover. That, like I said, pissed off
For $2.
because you missed it. No, do we know if the sale's still going on? Because for my
No, because magic is happening. The sale was going on until Maurice had to reorganize and make room for magic for tonight, and then the sale was done.
Yep,
No.
I went in there at opening, and the sale was still happening.
Definitely still happening at opening. I was there at close yesterday, so I kind of figured not much would have changed.
I know he said you strong-armed him into like staying open late. I was like, geez, that doesn't sound like Jordan.
it doesn't
Been
take
on roids.
it doesn't take much for issues to stay open late. You know
It's a
that.
crime, Jordan.
Actually, what he said, I think there was 3 customers, including me. He was like, "Well, I like you guys, so I didn't just kick your ass out when it was closing time, basically." So thanks, Maurice. I appreciate that.
Fair.
They're gonna start playing closing time now every time they see you come in. So,
I might
I'm
just
going
have to
to
get
on
What
my
did you
back
what did
now.
you all dress
Play it.
up as for Halloween, by the way?
Chris Anderson.
The artist, Chris Anderson, who's
Yeah, I dressed
local.
who's gonna be it? Who's gonna be at the
Anderson.
show this week? So,
How about you, Johnny?
I dressed up as an evil Slytherin hooligan. It was pretty dope. I had like a little fake gun for a wand. It was fun.
so if you're watching this and you're part of the exchange, you got to see those wonderful pictures that Johnny shared.
Yeah, I shared them. It was a good
Yep.
time.
Yeah, you did.
So before we hop into what we're gonna be talking about too, John asked if we could share this information. So last week, we had a guy comment. His name was Jesse. Jesse has a booth at Antiques Minnesota in Burnsville, and he wants us to let him know that this weekend is 20% off
20%.
off
Which
his
booth?
comic.
Which booth does he have? Do
But
you know?
So-
with contingencies, right?
So everything. He said to mention to everyone that if they catch him tomorrow, or he's restocking inventory. So this is tomorrow. If you're at Antiques Minnesota tomorrow, if you catch Jesse restocking his inventory, you will receive 20% off your comics to use that day and going forward.
Do we know
Oh,
if Jesse is very sneaky? Is it going to be difficult to catch him?
I'm not sure.
I mean, if you
You
just want,
need to bring your master ball.
if you just want to camp out at Antiques Minnesota all day, I mean, I have spent all day at Antiques Minnesota. I can say that. So
Does he have that booth right when you walk in to the left?
right as you walk in. So
Mhm.
Be one of those semi rares where you have to use sweet scent first to attract the Pokemon to the shrine.
so
Pokemon.
for those who are watching, you get perks by watching this now.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, that's a hot tip.
and last week we were talking about this when he commented. We've all found some good books at his booths there.
Mhm.
I think he has some stuff in Mylar too that
Mhm.
speaks to me. I like that.
Yeah. He does.
My Tomb of Dracula, I'm always finding there. So I'm gonna keep that for a little bit, just so people know.
And for those who don't know, the store that he's talking about is located near 35W and 13 in Burnsville.
Mhm.
It's going to be kind of by the Skaterville and the Holiday gas station right there. It's going to be
We'll
in that little
actually
area.
put Johnny's number up on the screen, and he will help anybody get there.
Yeah, I will go out
anytime.
there and
wanna
I'll
text
push
Johnny.
your car uphill through the snow.
There is no snow. We're not getting into the snow topic.
I'll
No.
push it downhill through the sand then. I guess there's
Yes.
no snow.
I'm always having problems with sand.
All right, so on to the next
It
topic.
gets everywhere. Sorry, I had to.
Well, you're a Star Wars
Snap!
fan. You hate
Star Wars reference.
so,
You guys ever just watch Jericho when he's muted? It's like a silent film.
yeah,
It is.
all the
Yeah,
time.
it's a weird silent film.
In fact, we can just do this.
And he can hear us.
So we can
Hey,
do
he's
voiceover
working
while
it.
keep
He's
going.
working it.
I'm liking that haircut, by the way. This is I don't think last week he had that haircut, so
Yeah, he
shout out
did.
to his barber.
Yes, he did.
Last week, so yeah,
Did he? I don't remember.
John, you
it's been a
saw
while.
him with his haircut. That's just sad.
Yeah, but that was the weekend. That was like
So,
3
no,
days ago.
Johnny
He
was
had
I'm
his
talking like
haircut.
last show. Did he have that haircut?
he
I
had
don't
it
know.
because we were
Yeah.
giving him crap
Oh, okay.
because there was 3 bald guys on him at a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
all right, so this weekend, actually last weekend, because this weekend we have something else going on, but last weekend, the Minnesota Comic Exchange had a really good representation at a local comic show, the MNCBA Fallcon show. So for those that attended, what was your experience there? I think we all 6 of us were there.
Yeah.
So,
It was a great turnout.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I think they kind of redid the layout and really did a great job kind of rearranging things and maximizing the space they had in a way it was easy to move around. Found some good, nice priced books from my guy Brad Huber and bought a couple things from a couple places. Attended a few panels, hung out with some good people. Good time was had by all.
I sent David Skoglund over to Brad. I was like, hey man, I helped Brad get his garage sale ready with a couple guys, and he marked down all of his old Disney Dell to $2. And I was like, I could have bought the entire box that day probably, but I was like, I decided not to, and now I'm telling you about it. And he messaged me later that day that he spent his entire fun money budget that day
on Dell?
at Brad's Dell boxes.
Nice.
Well,
and Walt Disney Comics and
computers are really
Stories
good.
is like there was a lot in there, and he's a big old animation fan, as I am, and
talking about animation, you actually had a experience that you've never had before at the show, Chris. You were a guest on a panel.
Yeah.
And I bring up animation because Joel, who was the main presenter, he's got a history of Minnesota, and he was talking a lot about animation.
Yeah, we have a rich history of that here.
We hope to get Joel on the channel. I think that'd be really cool. That guy has so much history about Minnesota comics. But how was that for you? How was it to be up there in a panel?
Well, first of all, I was asked to do a panel with Adam, which I do want to do. That one I was gonna need to do a lot more prep to want to do it. Bring up examples of storage, and I didn't have time with school, so I had to back out of that one. But
although to be fair, for the panel Adam did do, we were sitting in the room the whole time participating.
That's true. I just have this idea in my head of what I want to do, and when I have that down, I kind of just have to do it. But then in the 11th hour, Joel reached out to me and asked if I'd be on it, and with the crowd interaction, which we love, I didn't get as much of what I was going to talk about done, but that does not matter at all. It was great. So
Vincent, who was at the show
Oh,
too.
Vincent Wells comments. Sorry, I had to laugh at that.
So yeah, Vincent's
We're all having
actually
glasses.
he was
Hi,
very
Vince.
active. Yeah, he was very
It's nice
active
meeting
last
you.
week in the chat. But yeah, he met Jericho over the week, and you know, I didn't have glasses until I started reading comics, so I'm just saying that might be true.
I have 20/25 vision without my glasses, so I don't really need them. But
You know, the morning DJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna start bringing some music there. The morning DJ. So, all right,
Yes.
so all of us got glasses right now.
yeah, no, I had a lot of fun at the show. I like hung out in the panel rooms basically for like 2.5 hours, and oh, I got a statue from Crazy Joe. It's right here.
My favorite
so
part
did
while
I.
he's grabbing that statue was when we went to Snuffy's Malt Shop as a fun team.
Yeah, I have the Storm statue.
Black Panther.
That one was
That's
so
pretty
pretty
neat.
though. The base
look
is
at the
so
deep
Fake
cool.
foliage and
Yeah,
I-
dude.
statue looks like it has an angry face
I
on
went
it.
and got a brand new paintbrush and then brushed it out and then went outside with my turn down the air sprayers PSI and
Nice.
blew it off, and
Nice.
it was nerve-wracking.
I don't have mine
Thank you,
close
Vincent.
by, but
Yeah, so I was gonna say, usually, Vincent loves it, Chris. And
Yeah, I saw it.
after Nora got the Storm statue, she said, "I hate Chris. I hate
want-
him. I want Black Panther." So,
so I can put them next to each other. Yeah.
put them next to each other, yeah. But yeah, that was the first show where I didn't spend anything. I didn't get any comics, anything like that.
Well, to be fair, if I knew I could have made an offer that would have been like accepted on all the Bowen, I would have, and I probably should have. But you can't be greedy. But Bowen makes you a little bit greedy. God dang it.
So we do have we have a video, 2.5 minute video of what Fallcon is like. But if you want to, excuse me, if you want to capture a good video, excuse me, I'm choking up here.
Wow.
Levi
Young
in
Comics. He has a video, right?
He's got a video of it.
Did he thank us again?
No. So
I think he thinks we do everything, which is flattering, but
it's flattering. If we had the manpower, we would. I think it's the fact that we promote everything in Minnesota. So, but before I show you the video,
It's a little. Maybe turn down the volume again.
oh yeah, so much like the video that we shared for Issues Needed, make sure to turn down the audio. So, I'm gonna share that one more
audio
time.
down.
I'm just here in Minneapolis. Yeah, I've never worked
Just
at a
one
thrift store.
second.
I used to work at a different store down in Burnsville. Yeah, it was
Get to
Eric
hear
John
what
was
I used to work down there.
there's a lot of us that worked over there. All right, so hope you enjoyed the 2.5 minutes of MNCBA Fallcon. I'm cutting it there because it's just looking at comics, so not much of what Fallcon was like. We lost Johnny here back. So who's got
All
Galactus?
right, Randy, man. Running a
Oh.
card. Yes. 2 minutes.
I just wanted to show off my giant Galactus bobblehead.
Did you get that at the show?
No, I just
No, we didn't.
I don't know. You guys got all cool background stuff with your comics, and I just feel like I need to show people that
This
I have
took
comic stuff.
5 years to rebuild. So
Mhm.
Hey, I
I
got a
have this
poster if you want to put one up.
But I
Johnny,
need like a base for them because like
Mhm.
you can't stand up.
Does
Is
he
your
have like
poster?
the mini Silver Surfer too?
Yeah, but my cat like threw it off the shelf, so I don't know where it's at.
Is your
Ooh, it's probably
poster a
inside your
cat
cat.
that says
did Captain
hang in
eat
there?
Is Captain still trying to kill you?
it?
I'll mark myself safe every morning from my cat, just so that way you guys don't worry.
Does he know that you're out in the town masquerading as a captain?
No, he does not know.
All right,
But-
we can keep that between us.
Well, we are not.
Captain's
because-
actually named after Captain America, though.
You see, he's always looking to the. He's like looking to his left because he's like, "Where
Just
is
to see if he's
my?"
coming.
behind, see if he's behind him.
He's coming, sneak attack.
So we did take a photo for MNCBA too. I'm going to share this. You get to see why we reference Johnny as captain.
And also his cat as
I was
captain.
looking good, man. I mean, that's a blurry photo.
Oh.
There it is.
There. Yay.
This was at Most Wanted, which was right next, about 5 minutes away from the
Yeah.
show over the weekend. We did not pitch in for the Avengers one,
No, we didn't.
but this is
I also
what you
want to
get.
point out I'm wearing my MCE shirt.
No.
This one. In that
Oh, yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
It goes with the Seahawks gear. No, but this is what you guys are gonna see at every show. Basically, is this posse here and others. Jordan, few others. So
Jordan didn't come. He was still looking at comics, I think.
We had
Yep.
some
Mhm.
boxes
I'm
to flip
surprised
through.
nobody flagged me down for a picture because I've been wearing my captain hat trying to, and then I wore it just to make sure all of our fans could see me, but nobody flagged me down for photo.
No, like
So if you guys
autographs
see
or
Johnny
anything?
out in public, you gotta flag him down and get a
Mhm.
photo when he's wearing the cap.
Especially if I have my captain's hat on.
but if not, don't take a photo.
Just ignore it. Just
We
ignore
need
it.
some
If
sort
I'm
of
like eating
standards.
food or like throwing up or something, like probably avoid that.
Well, if you're eating food and throwing up, we might want to take you to the doctor.
Impressive feat. I don't know how you would accomplish that.
Maybe let's jump
But-
into Twin Cities Con this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at Nora taking the
Nora's
lead.
like, let's move on from.
I don't want to talk
Sean
about
and
bodily
food
fluids.
habits.
Let's talk about something else.
She's not wrong.
Nora's hit her limit. Let's move on.
All right, so who here is all going to Twin City Con? And
think-
Monday.
Everyone except Jericho and Johnny, right?
so,
Yeah, it's a
Twin
box
City
cutter,
Con.
but I raise it.
About me?
Oh, you're not
we're
going
going
to
to the
Twin
show?
City Con, are you?
No, I have plans with my daughter on Saturday and Sunday. I work, so
He'll be there in spirit.
he'll be there in spirit.
yeah,
In fact,
I'm
if
excited
you
to see
want,
what everyone does and have.
We
fun,
can-
so.
I'm gonna actually print off a picture of Jericho and like tape it to my shirt.
So he'll be there with you.
I'll have
Yeah,
it hanging off right here.
Yeah,
Maybe
he'll
like
be
a
there
second
with
head.
us.
yeah.
Well, it's
I hope
kind of,
everyone
With that
has fun.
hair.
well, this is
Oh,
kind
you
of
guys are
cool though.
tuned.
This is a unique experience for all of us. This is the first time that Chris and Jordan get to be media.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
So I don't know if
Your
you can see it.
accents.
I don't know if you can see it, but some of those badges back there. We have exhibitors, we have guests, and we have press. Now, some shows allow you to get in early to talk to creators, talk to people that can do interviews, you can conduct interviews. Sometimes guests will come up to you.
Oh,
who are you representing? So
Manny just popped in. Hey, Manny.
What's up, Manny?
Manny.
My tags are
Station.
just off screen.
You can call me a gentleman. It's fine. I can be a gentle lady as well.
so
Just got free.
here, I'll say, and he
The
added
top
gentle lady.
gentleman.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Manny, if you ever have the opportunity, we would love to have you on. We are talking about a time switch and a concept switch from
Yeah,
folks
looks
in-
like he just got off
Yeah.
work, maybe.
so
Things.
if there's anybody that could aid us in what we're doing, it's Manny. Manny has the best content on YouTube, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And where can we find him?
Nerdtastic News.
Yes.
So,
Also this weekend, I'm gonna try to get all the admin that are going all these awesome buttons I made all day.
let me get you
Yay.
a big screen
Sweet.
for that. All right, there you go, Chris. You got
Show it
the
off.
you
Show
got
it
the
off.
screen.
Oh, is there a special button there? I see. Nice.
Yeah, and
We do
what's
have
that?
some 18 plus gag buttons, but I think those might just be for the admin.
Yay.
You have to ask. You have to ask.
You have to ask about it.
Yeah.
to
There are
be
certain
able to
words
get
that
one.
are appropriate in a professional setting in context.
Yeah.
We may
It's
use them out of
definitely
context.
it's definitely not like a black bag over the comic on New Comic Book Day. It's definitely not that bad, but you know.
Yes.
All
That's
right,
about
so there you go. Manny's the too kind. I'd love to come on sometime and kick it.
Yeah.
Give you a heads up though. Manny, remember last time that we were supposed to go on for an hour and went on for damn near 2?
Yeah, we're all gonna have to match his energy. There's nobody who matches it, so
Don't expect
I'm
that
up
from
for
Match
it.
me.
I got
anyone's
this.
energy.
Jordan has no more energy.
This
okay.
is what you see is what you
What
get.
you get?
After a full day work, you're just
No, really,
yeah,
anytime.
Jordan's still working.
that's
They
true.
once had to use the paddles on Jordan, and they like kept going because they weren't sure. And it's finally like, yeah, you know.
I mean,
Are you
that's
ever
true with
not
cows at
working?
the butcher yard. Just saying.
I am sometimes not working, but I am always working.
You're
on
always
something.
Sometimes they got to give the cows an extra shock.
All right, so the 4 of us are going. What are you looking forward to? I know Nora, you got some upsetting news about a guest that's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, I saw before we came on that James Arnold Taylor voicing Obi-Wan had to cancel from Clone Wars.
Oh no, my wife's devastated. We were thinking about going, and that was going to be one of the reasons why.
Yeah, he had to cancel. But I mean, I'm still debating meeting Ashley Eckstein. I don't know if I want to fork over that money in the meter, but maybe I'll just see her in passing, or maybe I'll like run into her somewhere accidentally.
Or maybe we can repress, maybe we get an interview.
Yeah, sweet talks and stuff. We'll
Mhm.
see. Stay tuned.
But,
But I'm just excited to see, all the people and just have a cool big show again, like last year.
yeah, I don't know if did anybody go to TrinCityCon last year here?
I was not
You were
available
not.
around this time last year.
Jordan,
Would
did
have
you
liked. I didn't. I would have liked to have gone and met Larry Hama, but I
go?
was
Oh, well,
not
okay.
in
Larry
attendance.
Hama.
So I would
So-
want to have gone to.
Larry Hama was amazing. Chandler from Uncanny Experience interviewed him during the show.
Mhm.
And that's how I was able to actually meet Larry Hama. And to lose my nerd card, I didn't know who Larry Hama was at that point until I sat down for that panel. And I'm like, oh,
Kyle.
Don't tell
Yeah.
people that ever again. You just told a lot of people, I hope.
Wow.
huh?
Still don't know who you guys are talking about, but it sounds like fun.
Oh, well, so Kennelly doesn't know.
That's just expected.
Yeah. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together at that moment. Like, I'm like, why is that
Can
name?
you enlighten us on who this individual that you're so amazed with is?
G.I. Joe, Wolverine. Those are 2 that he's really known for.
We're talking about a guy that was writing GI Joe for what,
Yeah.
100 issues.
And he's coming
Or-
back. Yeah, and he's coming back to do the current run too. So
Mhm.
Are we talking like old school, like
We're-
original GI Joe
We're
stuff?
talking starting at
Mhm.
number 1.
Yeah.
Really the
Nice.
man behind what you know now
Yes.
as
From
G.I. Joe.
Cobra #1.
So
GI
Cobra. I like the
If I was at
cartoons
home,
when I was a kid.
I'd hold up my G.I. Joe #1 signed
Mhm.
by him, my CGC book that I'd sent in.
Nice.
I have to
Pretty
admit,
cool.
you know, Nora and I, we think we know comics, but then we get to meet the guests and celebrities or creators, and it's like there's so much you don't know about still. Like
Mhm.
meeting Larry Hama, I didn't know he was a huge GI Joe guy until just talking to him. I mean, Claremont's different. We met Claremont Uncanny, but you also go to like Bob Quinn, the local creator. Nora and I had no clue that he was doing the book that we were reading until we talked to him.
Mhm.
Also,
Um,
I want to say before we go, if anybody sees this, if you're a shop that has a hat, I'm bald. I love hats. Let me know. I want one of your hats.
Sometimes it's really
I'm not
sunny.
bald. I
and you
also like
need-
hats.
You need sun protection too. Don't
Mhm.
forget
Yeah.
about that.
And if it's cold, you got a beanie, let me know too, because I'm bald. My head gets cold.
I'm also not bald, but I also like beanies as well in the wintertime.
we just don't have the luscious hair that Jericho has.
Yeah,
I don't know why Chris is shaking his head, man.
these
My
hair
head gets cold
people,
too.
these hair people stealing my spotlight.
He's like, I'm bald. I proved my point.
Chris,
I just want people to know that you don't have to be bald to wear a cool Issues Needed comic book hat.
You don't,
It's
but
a
you
hat for
should shave
everybody.
your head and then wear
I'm
it.
never gonna shave my head. That's not gonna happen.
oh,
I did
said
cut
that-
my hair for charity one time though.
I said I wasn't gonna shave my head until I looked in the mirror one day and I seen a landing strip that a bird can land on. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to shave the head.
My hair fell out.
What
for
direction was that landing strip going?
It was like doing like this.
charity.
It was like,
Sideways.
yeah.
Oh, circular.
Yeah.
Impressive.
No, that's not good.
If I would let my hair grow out, you'd be talking to a young Hulk Hogan right now.
I don't
It's
like
bad.
it.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's gross.
If that is the case, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna grow the mustache too, and just the whole thing.
No.
So,
Get some tats, man. Do it up.
No,
Hogan doesn't have
bad
any
advice.
tats.
Bad life
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah, but that's where you diverge. You're the variant.
No,
Hashtag
Talking-
Loki.
Actually, yeah, talking
That show
about.
is good.
Well,
I know.
let's-
It's
let's
coming
not
on
dive-
at 8.
Yeah, let's not dive into any
Yeah,
spoilers
no.
for that because, but
No,
So
I'm not
good.
I'm just saying the show kicks ass. That's all.
It does.
our
More people need to know
asked this
that.
question. We asked this question. We didn't ask it last week, but are you watching Loki tonight? Or are you
No.
watching a football game?
Loki.
So
I'll probably be watching football, and then I watch Loki with my wife like on Wednesdays.
Who's playing tonight?
tonight is Tennessee and Pittsburgh, I think.
Oh.
Oh,
So
that's gonna be good.
Oh, that's why they were talking about that quarterback, right?
So is it
Mhm.
Battle of the New Backs?
Battle of the New Backs.
that's a
Yeah.
great name.
Yeah, that is a great name.
Yep.
Might go to
Steelers,
football
Okay.
tonight.
3, Titans
Little-
3 and 4.
A little
football-
behind on Loki. I'm gonna finish it out watching it with my 11-year-old, so I can be patient. I can wait. It's always
I-
other stuff. As opposed to the other people that can't be patient and can't wait. You know who you are.
I
Maybe
was
you should
just
just
gonna
be a
say
little
that.
bit more patient.
I was gonna say that if Manny is still watching, both of us are very active in social media. We can't go on social media until after we watch Loki.
Well,
Otherwise,
that was just my brief public service announcement for tonight. You can be patient. You can find something else to watch.
My
For a
thing
little
about what all this is if you finding out a fact about watching something ruins it horribly for you, then like I'm just gonna like no. I don't know. I just don't. Things don't bother me like that. Other things do, but that doesn't.
I mean, it's a lot different today though, because like you go back, before the time of
Thanks, bud.
social media.
I'm gonna finish
I
pressing
mean,
these.
unless some
Stack,
Joe
and then I'll start
Schmo
my-
across your cubicle
The
watched
wall-
that movie like the day before, like
Wall-
you didn't have to worry. But I mean, it's a big deal. A lot of people don't want to see they want to be surprised. You know,
Well, my
it's like,
buddy,
That I remember.
my buddy David would save the Timberwolf games, and then like I'd be excited talking about it in our group chat. He'd be like, "Thanks, you ruined it." And it's like, dude, come on.
Like,
Is you knowing the end score gonna ruin the play up to it? No, it's just gonna like make it so that you don't watch it because you know now.
I do
that's a
think
bit
that's a little
different because there's
overrated.
82 games in a year. I mean, you can
That's
miss
what I
it too,
said.
but it's a bit different. But I mean, imagine this: like you're watching Sixth Sense and some guy ruins it. You know what I mean? Like
North
I would be
You're
so
like-
mad.
Just so you know, he's really a ghost.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did
It's
it.
not
now,
like
didn't
having
I?
Halloween
I'd still
ruined for
watch
you.
it. I'd still
Yeah,
watch
but
it.
it doesn't. It doesn't. You don't. You
Okay.
don't get the same satisfaction, and if somebody tells you that ahead of time, it's impossible because the whole movie,
But with a show, you
know,
can't do
builds
that.
to this monumental like, oh my god, he's been dead this whole time, and you suddenly have a flashback of the last like literally 100 minutes of your life, and you're like, oh my, you know.
I
It's a
haven't
big
seen
deal.
this show, but I have a feeling that the show was only going to build up to one climactic point like that, and it's
Are we-
going to be like towards the end.
Are we
So
talking about Sixth
Yeah,
Sense?
but
or
it's
Loki?
about the ride, baby.
no, about any show,
Okay.
you know, like that's a movie. You know, if you can ruin a movie with a fact like that, but a show, I don't know.
Hey, the ship sinks in Titanic. I always say about spoilers
What?
Yeah, right. And that was still a good movie.
because you know the
They
ending.
could have both stayed on that door. Mythbusters proved that.
You know
I think
Elvis.
we should do a different episode about Marvel shows and stuff, movies.
Yes.
Oh, we
for another
did.
time.
Oh no, we did. If you
Yeah.
recall, remember about 2 years ago we did a.
Yeah, I meant like on here maybe, or I don't know.
Well, we can do
After
it. We'll do an hour-long special on Yandu. So
Yondu's and Yondon'ts of
I
society.
think Nora just wants to
Exactly.
talk about it for like 5 minutes there, Kyle.
Yeah,
You're not picking up what she's laying down.
Well, yeah, we should wrap this up
Yeah.
so we can watch football.
yeah,
There you
football's
go.
in what 6
Yeah.
minutes. So,
there you go.
but thanks everyone for tuning in. We hope to see you at TrinCityCon. If you do see us and you get the button, take a picture. Like we would love to see pictures on the exchange. So
Yeah.
Hashtag
Maybe,
It could
maybe
matter.
there might be some sort of giveaway. Maybe
Ooh.
we'll have to
Ooh,
talk about it. Make sure to watch
giveaway.
the page.
yeah.
We're giving
No.
Johnny away 3 hours worth of work. Come do
Has
your
John
dishes
back.
for ya.
No, I thought it was the date. No, I'm not.
Johnny's like, I'm not
We're
involved.
not happening. I know how to put out a good time, man. I'm just saying,
Well, on that point,
I have a
think
cat,
it's time.
so that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, this is probably a different
Guys with cats.
giveaway than
I mean,
last
it's
time.
just-
I got a
Yeah.
I
cat.
don't think that has any correlation, but
Well, now that we
the
know
correlation
Johnny,
is- yeah,
now that we know that Johnny can make sure you have a good time, I think it's time to wrap this up.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
I think that would do it. Everyone
That's
have
our
a great,
sign off.
yeah. Everyone have a great night. See you at TrinCityCon and the comic shops.
Night, everyone.
Peace.
Good day.